Asante Kotoko say. Asante Kotoko say. Asante Kotoko. Asante Kotoko.
Well, let's do this right now on Y1025 FM, talking about Kumasi Asante Kotoko and the 3 players that they've signed. Join us on Facebook as well, because I've got a lot to talk about concerning the players that Kumasi Asante Kotoko have decided to use for the season. In fact, they have parted ways with some 6 players. Another 2-3 players have also decided not to extend their contracts with the team. And I'm interested in this because signings always cost a lot in every summer, in every transfer window. If you've been monitoring the Ghanaian transfer window, our big clubs, Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, and Hearts of Oak, have been buying players just anyhow. Honestly, that's the right word to use. Just anyhow, because you can't tell me that as a football club you are buying 15 players. Well, before that, let's hear from the 3 players that have been signed by the Porcupines. I'm beginning with Gyau, who joined from Berekum Chelsea. From Berekum Chelsea, he did mention that he's happy to be a part of the team, and also he expects to play well. He disclosed or revealed that he has always been eager to play for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and now that he's here, he's ready to play for the Porcupines and then play well. Here from Gyau, who was joined the club yesterday.
Because I was very happy. Because as a young player, many opportunity. It's a big opportunity to me, so I have to grab it. But we will be a media training. As a footballer, you have to get confidence, 100%. Yeah, so confidence,
Okay, so that's Gyau, who's joined Kotoko. And then let's move on from Hubert to Francis Acquah, left back, who's going to help the Porcupines in their search for CAF Continental Glory. You'll see how it pans out. But let's hear from Francis Acquah as well.
Kotoko, eba mencheno na yo Accra na yo Pram na ye preparation about local blaster. Nti omani mechi phone kasa ba say ti ase anya adwuma da moment nti ti season we no musaba na aka me contract be 2 months. Ti omani mkasa na mkache mechi phone say me ready say me Kotoko ye big crowd ana big crowd anytime we almost expect Nema be pray ti ombo Kotoko and Nema be pray na say supporters ne hwehwe so we give you best.
There you have it. That is Francis Acquah, yes, defender for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Moving on from that, just Johnson Owusu Opon has also touched on his decision to join Kotoko. He says it's been a dream for him since childhood, and then now he's completed that.
Well, I'm very happy to wear this shirt. Kotoko has been the dream since I was a kid. Me growing up, I wanted to play Asante Kotoko. So having the opportunity today, I'm very happy. Kotoko has been the dream. So when I had the call that Asante Kotoko want my service, on the phone I answered yes. I did not say anything, because I want to play Asante Kotoko.
So these are 3 new players that have joined the club, and definitely when the transfer window closes, Kotoko might be signing at least 6 or 7 players. Now, how, my brother? Adeng. Why? Kotoko, why? Adeng. 7 players, 8 players, 9 players, 10 players, anytime. Now, let's do this exercise on Facebook. I'm doing this with you this afternoon. Get on Facebook right now. I'm going to show you some pictures, some screenshots that I took yesterday concerning some of these deals, and then a reaction. Last season, when Kotoko was signing players with rampant rapidity and with all the numbers, sacking players, about 10 players were asked to leave the club. Their contracts were terminated. Even before last season, last 3 seasons, we had a similar instance where about 10 players were asked to leave the club. So we are here once again. The season has ended, and everything that we do in our lives, if we are big we are big in the market, if it is about media, if it is about sports, if it is about health, if it is about religion, impacts the life of others. And in this case, football, for instance, and in this case, Kumasi Asante Kotoko are trying to tell other players who are young, trying to tell other agents, football intermediaries, football agents, Ghana friend, football managers, say, if I give you a player and that we don't feel confident about the player's performance, we don't feel pleased with the player's performance, we will sack him. That is what they are saying. We will sack him. Now in this, you are trying to tell the younger generation that, nah, Kotoko is not an option, probably. Kotoko is not an option because you are a young guy. You want to achieve something. And in everything, Nico Williams and then Rodrigo said, if you leave the door open. You don't shut the door. What you say? So in this instance, we are learning from how Kotoko are dealing with the transfers, and I'm a bit worried to tell you that as a young player in this country, most of them will be moving away from Kotoko and Hearts, because if it does not go well at the club, there's that tendency that you will be sacked or you'll be asked to leave the club. Take example, Samuel Tinudu, for instance. When Kotoko signed him, get on Facebook, let's do this exercise. Like I said, when Kotoko signed him, Kotoko did announce that deal on the 31st of July 2024, last year. And on one ounce deal. Now, Samuel Tinudu has been asked to leave the club. Before Tinudu was joining, we all thought that Kotoko has found a midfield gem or by Amfa 1 season. Konchen. Now, some of the comments that we've had from last season, Ibini, join us on Facebook and let's do that. You signed 15 every season and sacked 20 at the end of the same season. That was when that deal was announced, though. Samuel Tinudu's deal. Samuel Tinudu was the 11th player that Kotoko signed last season. 11th. In fact, the 13th player was Wisdom Fernando Bassi. Or not so. Or can't listen now. Players them kono. He's part of that list. So what are we trying to teach the younger clubs, the younger football administrators, the young players, the young coaches? That is it a norm that a club signs 10 players and then fires 50? I don't care whether the players decide that no, they will not extend, they will not have loan deals. You are a bigger club. That is why you have connections all over the country. That is why you are revered when it comes to football in this country. And your actions impacts the others. Your actions gives lessons to other clubs, other players, other managers, other football agents. They say, Mamu bien unse. Player ball 1 season and far. Now say a permanent one. So the players will not even come to the Kotoko youth team. They will rather think of going to the Dreams, to the Cheetahs, to the Ebonies and the likes, the Benabs and the likes. Because the attitude of our clubs, the big clubs, Kotoko and Hearts, it's really affecting the terrain. This year, young player be our dream or dream to. And you Kotoko Hearts, Kotoko Diana Abana Yekan. Like I said, the screenshots. I took these screenshots yesterday. Now, in that same Samuel Tinudu post, there was another comment. It says 11th player, Ghana Chelsea, next season, no excuses. That was last season. Troy. 11th player, Ghana Chelsea, next season, no excuses. That is where Chelsea in England chopped straight bullet from that, because last season Chelsea was also busy on the market, signing players anyhow. And the next woman said, buy 11 players, sack 11 every season, same old S. He used the foul word there, so I can't pronounce it. Same old S. I bet you guys know what the kind of word I'm talking about. But the thing is quite clear. If you want to do football and do it right, and then impact, and then imbibe some knowledge into people who are in this country, these acts, these practices must be avoided. I'm not against signing players, but I'm against signing players in that bulk that it affects the careers of some of these guys. But well, Kotoko has signed. Johnson Owusu upon is hailing from the Arab leagues, and then he's coming back to revise, to try and restructure his career. He's going to relaunch his career in this country with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We had a similar issue with Atonsu Sadio Mane. I've forgotten the name of the player, but now my friend is Sadio Mane. We will finish him. Let's learn, bro. Let's learn. Penny for mummy, yes, Otumfo say to Krora, it was Kentino. We just have to buy any player. Nah. Yes, there might be reasons why you decided to sack 15. But please, whether it is in discipline or whatever, let's learn from this, because we are trying to tell the young guys that Kotoko is not the kind of club that you must play for. Hearts of Oak is not the kind of club that you must play for. If you want to relaunch your career, if you want to progress your career to the Europes, if you want to have the finest of careers, you should not be playing for these two clubs. We are trying to carve an image like that, and they will definitely worry Ghana football, because these are the biggest clubs. And I've always said that 80% of Ghanaians love football in this country. 80% epe football in this country. A bit 80% epe football in this country. Emu be half there. Kotoko has supporters and our Black Stars. So please, let's try and then solve certain. Let's try and then learn from this, because Charlie, you know the help. You really know the help at all. We can't be doing football in this state. Well, it's been going on since I was a teenager. I've been through these kind of matters. Ekoso. In the 2006 and 7, at the point Kotoko were having 40-50 players. They say Mujai is Adian. Mujai no so Musa that's sign more. Please, for Christ's sake, let's help. We will be monitoring what Kotoko will be doing in the transfer market. You might say, I told you so. You might also say that Ivan, I said now kind. They say the yes and it here. You know I am fair into from the DBC. Bye bye.